Hey guys, what is up? It's Hamza Bayomi here, and today welcome back to another Hamza Bayomi video. And today we're going to be showing you the demonstration of the United Airlines Boeing 777-300ER in the Evo Blue livery in Aerofly FS 2021. Alright, so let's get started. So we are at the title. It says Aerofly FS 2021, and it says Flight Simulator. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the aircraft selection. Alright, so the aircraft we selected is a United Airlines Boeing 777-300ER wearing the Evo Blue livery. So this is what it looks like in full detail, and you could also pause the video if you want to read the description. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on the back button, and then let's go ahead and start the aircraft. Here we go. Alright, so here we are at San Francisco International Airport. Let's have a few moments before takeoff. These are the engines right here. These are GE 90-115B engines. This is what it looks like in full detail, and it also has the registration right here. November 2749 uniform. This is what it looks like in full detail, and it also has the United Airlines logo on the side of the fuselage. And it also has the United Airlines logo on the other side of the fuselage. And it also has the United Airlines logo on the side of the tail. And it also has the United Airlines logo on the other side of the tail. Alright, we are clear for takeoff on runway 28 right, and we are ready for takeoff. Alright, let's go to cockpit view. The flaps have been set to 15 degrees. Alright, let's go ahead and set our throttle to 50%. We're holding it there for a while. And we are taking off. Takeoff thrust is set. Airspeed is alive. Go back to chase view. Alright, so far so good. 80 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear coming up. Alright, gear is coming up. Just like that, we are climbing out of San Francisco International Airport. We're climbing at 200 feet. The rest is going to climb. So, we will cruise the plane at 3,000 feet. So far, so good. Not going too fast, not going too slow. I also love how the engines look like in full detail and the plane as well as it is in full detail. By the way, the Boeing 787-9 landed at San Francisco International Airport. The engines again are GE 90-115B engines. We are at 1,000 feet. Two more 1,000 feet to go until we reach 3,000 feet. And the registration again is November 2749 uniform. Alright, let's go back to cockpit view. Set the flaps to 5 degrees. Alright. I also love how the cockpit instruments look like in full detail. Alright. And I also love how the gauge instruments as well as it is in full detail. And the throttles as well. This is just like the real cockpit view. Alright. Alright. We are at 2,000 feet. One more 1,000 feet to go until we reach 3,000 feet. Set the flaps to up. At 2,500 feet. The altitude indicator disappears out, also known as the radio altimeter, when you're climbing after takeoff. Alright. The flaps have been set to up. We'll wait until that radio altimeter disappears at 2,500 feet. It has disappeared. Let's go back to chase view. Alright. We are at 3,000 feet. Alright, so let's go ahead and descend back to San Francisco International Airport. Alright. We are descending right now. Gear coming down. Gear coming down. Alright. Gear is coming down. Just like that, we are 2,500 feet above the ground. Let's hope we can butter and flare this landing like Swiss 001. Let's hope we don't crash into the mountains right there, and we are clear to land on runway 10 left at San Francisco International Airport. Alright. We are 1,000 feet above the ground. Let's go to cockpit view. Although the Boeing 777-300ER callouts have been incorrected, let's listen for them. At 2,500 feet, the altitude indicator, also known as the radio altimeter, appears when you're descending back to the airport. Alright, as if you're landing to another airport. Alright. Set the flaps to 30 degrees. Alright. We do not want to go too fast, and we don't want to enter stall mode. We're going to approach for runway 10 left, also known as the left of 10 right runway at San Francisco International Airport. Alright. So far, so good. Not going too fast, not going too slow. I don't know why we're overspeeding, but we'll deal with it. Ignore the master warning. It says flap relief on the master ECAM display thingy. Alright. We're gonna get close to runway 10 left as soon as possible. Alright. It takes a long time to set the flaps to 30 degrees. Alright. We're gonna come in for a smooth approach. We do not want to go too fast. It may take a long time to set the flaps to 30 degrees. We're 1,000 feet above the ground. Come on, make it a smooth landing. Come on, we can do this. We're gonna flare this plane as soon as possible.
500, 400, 300, 200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Flared it. We have successfully landed on runway 10 left. Let's use the reverse thrust to stop the plane. I also love how the reverse thrust looks like in full detail. Although that was quite a bouncy landing, but we'll deal with it. Alright, the plane is going to come to a complete stop. Alright. Plane's going to come to a complete stop, and there we go. Alright. We'll just let the plane rest over here, and that's an A220. Alright, we will stop it right there. Alright, let's go ahead and set the flaps to 0 degrees, and then let's go ahead and end the video right here. Alright, so that is going to be it for the demonstration of the United Airlines Boeing 777-300ER in the Evo Blue livery in Aerofly FS 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, peace out, guys.